Now, Tiger Woods has returned to competitive golf, teeing off at the Masters in Augusta about an hour ago. Before he took to the fairway, one of the sponsors that stuck by the scandal hit player screened an advertisement featuring Woods and the voice of his dead father.
Who knows what's going through his mind? After 5 months away from the game following allegations of infidelity, Tiger Woods is back in action. And as for what's on his mind, well, he and his sponsors would like you to think it's his father. Earl Woods, the major influence on Tiger's life, died 4 years ago, but Nike used an old recording of his voice to record a remarkable ad which aired in the US last night.
Tiger, I am more prone to be inquisitive, to promote discussion. I want to find out what your thinking was. I want to find out what your feelings are. And did you learn anything?
So not only have Nike not followed other sponsors in ditching Woods, they appear to have placed his troubles at the center of their campaign. But despite Woods' own coyness in discussing the nature of his disgrace, the men in blazers agree it was serious and worthy of public disapprobation.
It is not simply the degree of his conduct that is so egregious here. It is the fact that he disappointed all of us, and more importantly, our kids and our grandkids. Our hero did not live up to the expectations of the role model we sought for our children.
The crowds at Augusta have already applauded Woods. They're glad to see the return of their hero and a brand so powerful that even his disgrace is marketable, whether or not it has anything to do with golf.
Carl Dinnan. Well, we're joined now by the media commentator and publicist Mark Borkowski. Mark Borkowski, this is an extraordinary turn of events. The vast majority of the sponsors of Tiger Woods ran a mile, and Nike have chosen to bung him straight into the middle of their own campaign. A mistake or a very nifty piece of footwork?
Well, we're talking about it now, and so are thousands and hundreds of thousands of people across the globe. This has been, since its release, the most talked about thing on the internet to date. Nike have put themselves back in the centre, and they've sadistically exploited Tiger Woods in some way. And it's a mawkish, quite dark, but in creative terms, it's incredible. Advertisers have struggled to create these moments. It's now a great conversation piece, and it's transforming the story and transforming his brand.
I tweeted about it today, and I said, "Isn't this brilliant?" I mean, on one level, it is, but on the other hand, there is something. The dad's dead. We don't know quite how they got these words together. There is something a little bit macabre and mawkish about it, isn't there?
It is. It's certainly something that it will divide opinion. Playing with the image of Tiger's way, and in some ways drawing his father back into it. Really, Nike are a very clever brand. They didn't run. They held tough. I think at that press conference or that announcement where he did say sorry, he's going through this very public psychotherapy in some ways, and they were very, very central to being by his side at that moment.
Have you ever, can you think of a parallel? Has anyone else ever tried turning such bad news into such a good sales pitch?
Well, we were all writing Kate Moss off after she'd been called up, and she reinvented the brand through that by pitching to a much older audience, getting away from high street brand and going into more edgier brands. Nike are a challenger